Sometimes there are times in life that make us realize how lucky we are and how special our lives are. As difficult as it may be to see this now, this is one of those times. America is different today than it was even last week. We are facing an incredibly contagious and dangerous virus that is moving across the world from one hotspot to another. As a result, America is changing how we operate, more often than not at a slower pace. It's something we're just not used to. We're Americans. We move fast, we come and go as we please, and we interact with whomever, wherever, and whenever we want. Well, not anymore. Yeah, it's a freakishly abnormal shutdown. It's a pain. All of us are affected. I've changed my daily routine just like many of you have, and I'm miserable, like many of you probably are. Everything has changed or stopped. March Madness to the Masters. From kindergarten to college, students being sent home, to weddings and events being canceled, airports closed or limited, churches, synagogues, concerts closed or limited, Broadway gone dark. All the news is dispiriting. But we're Americans, born of a revolution, rugged and resourceful and resolute. Our determination and our perseverance are hallmarks of who we are and from whence we came. It's in our DNA. So, we batten down the hatches during this period until life returns to normal. We learn and practice sacrifice, as our families have over generations, the ones who came here to enjoy the fruits of the greatest nation on earth. We will now practice social distancing. Ultimately, no large crowds, no touching, no hugging. It leads to spending more time alone, as experts hope to flatten the inevitable curve of the virus. This will take discipline and self-control. We simply have to buckle up and tough it out. And in maybe 6 months, hopefully look back at this as just a blip on the screen of life. So, how to do that? Stay busy and keep calm. I've watched people panicking in a supermarket. But panic is a waste of energy, and it's exhausting. Focus instead on what you have to offer. This is the time for kindness and grace and generosity. Are there senior citizens that you know who can't get to a grocery store or who could use a home-cooked meal, which you're probably making more of anyway these days? And you must be informed about this virus. You cannot be complacent. You may be young and your children may be even younger, and while children don't seem to be affected, kids can be carriers who, with just a simple hug or kiss to grandma or anyone older, can pass something that may be harmless to the child but lethal to the older person. Pitch in. It'll make you feel better. We saw it just yesterday as the giants in private sector stepped up with the president, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and many more to help us get through this, even though they know they're going to take a big financial hit. Like them, we need to be strong enough to know what we face and strong enough to understand what we need to do about it. As the experts continue their mission to fight this epidemic, I wonder how many of us will use this time to examine our lives and assess what really is important. 1 minute, we're enjoying the bounties of life, and then like a thunderbolt, our lives are suddenly changed. Maybe, just maybe, we are blessed with a time for introspection. My introspection is informed by my belief in God. Take this time to decide what's important to you. And that's my open. Let me know what you think on my Facebook and Twitter.